Lawmakers passed a package of bills intending to further protect the rights of domestic and sexual violence survivors.
Tonight, our New York State Capitol correspondent Elise Klein breaks down a bill to expand eligibility for victims' compensation. Here is her story.
Some lawmakers in the New York State Senate feel domestic and sexual violence survivors face too many obstacles to life-saving resources. This week, they take steps to change this.
This is an issue that affects far too many New Yorkers, and we know that survivors deserve every resource and protection at their disposal on the road to recovery.
Legislation passed in the Senate intends to relieve some of these burdens for survivors by expanding victims' compensation. And some advocates say that victims' compensation can provide domestic violence survivors with money to pay for hospital bills, mental health counseling, to replace the locks on their doors, and even to replace personal property.
So it's really a critical protection for domestic violence survivors, and it helps them to stabilize their lives after an incident of crime occurs.
The Victims' Compensation Bill intends to remove a mandatory law enforcement reporting requirement for applications. This allows victims to provide alternate forms of evidence for compensation, such as a copy of a restraining order, an order of protection, or a written statement through a victim service provider.
And what this bill does is it allows victims to decide for themselves.
Gerhardt adds there is more work the legislature could do to reduce barriers, including increasing the amount of compensation, which is currently $600 a week, and reducing wait times. In Albany, Elise Klein, Erie News Now.